Once upon a time, in a small town nestled among rolling hills, there stood an old pizza hut. It had been abandoned for years, its faded sign barely visible in the moonlight. Many locals whispered about strange happenings around the place, but nobody dared to venture near it after dark. One fateful night, a group of teenagers decided to test their courage. They called themselves the Midnight Explorers and prided themselves on their fearlessness. Sarah, the boldest of them all, suggested they visit the abandoned pizza hut. Despite the warnings of superstitions, they agreed, eager for an adventure. As they approached the decrepit building, an eerie fog descended, cloaking it in an ominous haze. Undeterred, the Midnight Explorers pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards groaned under their weight. Sarah led the way, her flashlight cutting through the darkness like a beacon. They explored room after room, finding nothing but broken furniture and faded memories. But as they neared the kitchen, a chill ran down their spines. The kitchen was unlike anything they had ever seen. Pots and pans hung from hooks on the ceiling, and utensils littered the counters. But it was the feeling of being watched that sent shivers down their spines. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise, a scraping sound coming from the pantry. Sarah hesitated, but curiosity got the better of her. With a trembling hand, she reached for the door and pulled it open. What they saw inside made their blood run cold. The pantry was filled with spectral figures, their faces twisted in hunger. They reached out with ghostly hands, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The Midnight Explorers fled in terror, but the spirits followed close behind. They chased them through the darkened corridors, their ghostly wails echoing in the night. Just when it seemed they would be caught, Sarah spotted a hidden staircase leading down into the basement. Without a second thought, they descended into the darkness, the spirits hot on their heels. In the basement, they found rows upon rows of pizza boxes, each one containing the remains of a lost soul. The spirits closed in around them, their hunger palpable in the air. With nowhere left to run, the Midnight Explorers huddled together, praying for salvation. But as the spirits drew closer, Sarah remembered something her grandmother had told her, a charm to ward off evil spirits. With shaking hands, she recited the words, her voice trembling but determined. To their amazement, the spirits recoiled, their ghostly forms dissipating into thin air. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, the Midnight Explorers emerged from the abandoned pizza hut, shaken but alive. They vowed never to return, but the memory of that night would haunt them forever, a reminder of the hungry spirits that lurked in the darkness.